Don't you love technology?
It's a spotlighted video won't be recorded. Support for recording a spotlighted video is coming soon. Ooh, it's been like that for friggin' months. So I have to instead. I have to
Coming
spot.
soon from who?
So I gotta go instead, and I have to share my screen. And this is the only way that I can get Mark to be spotlighted in the recording. I go share this screen here. And then I click. Where did it go? Okay, so now then I pin Mark. There we go. Now that's now this is what everyone sees in the recording, and then I turn on focus, turn full screen, and I think I turn on focus too. I don't have access to focus. All right, there we go. So Mark, yeah. So basically, yeah. So what you see, Mark, is now what's in the recording. So your mat is just right at the edge of the screen, so that's good. And basically, yeah, because you want it so that the mat, the line of the mat is the line of the bottom of the frame, and then your forehead, or ideally the tips of your fingers when you're doing like hands over your head, is the top of the frame.
Yeah, I think I'm pretty good. I think I've got my mat pretty set up.
Yeah, so you can see it. So I can see when your hand is cut off, but we could see, like, you could actually rotate it up just a smidgen. Like, you see how there's a little bit of wood in front of your mat? So if you rotate it, unfortunately, you gotta, yeah, that's right. You gotta, yeah, so there, see the mat is basically the bottom of the frame. And then you put your hands up, we can actually still see your fingertips. There we go.
You're spotlighted, Mark.
I am.
Yeah, that's one of the things that's always kind of hit and miss sometimes, is you don't necessarily know how you appear on other people's screens. But by doing it this way, this is it. This is what everyone sees.
Yeah.
Perfect.
So, I know some people, they don't like staring at themselves even when they're being the instructor. But unfortunately with Teams, in order to force they don't have it, like I said, to be able to force a spotlight on the recording.
Mm-hmm.
So if we weren't recording, I would just spotlight you and that'd be the end of it. And then you can turn it off when you're done, but it's weird.
Yeah, they're also different too. Like every platform that I use is so different. So
Yeah, I think Zoom's a little easier in that regard. Like Zoom, I think you can set what the recording is going to be independently of the meeting.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas with Teams, the recording it's either, 4 people and 1 in each corner, or someone is screen sharing. Yeah. So, like, they don't have. I don't know that they. I don't even know that they have speaker view in their traditional sense. Maybe they do. It's been a while. We did Zoom with our grandma. One of my grandmother's still alive. We did a Zoom birthday party for her. She was like 93 or 97. And we just did another Zoom. Julie did a Zoom recently for nutrition. One of her people that she knows is doing something on nutrition. That we're getting more into it. All of us, as opposed to just me. Like, I've been doing it for forever. But it's cool getting Julie to do some of it as well.
Yeah.
Cool.
Is there anything that you guys want to do today during the flow?
Flow.
I guess that's it.
All right, flow it is. I know Josh wants to do low back and mid back, so we could do some twists, which will help with your back.
Good.
Sounds good.
All right, well, let's start in Shavasana. Let's start laying down on our backs.
Whoops, what happened?
And as you make your way into Shavasana, Just allowing your body to begin to melt into the mats. Taking a deep inhale through your nose. Exhale it all out, let it all go. Take another deep inhale through your nose. Exhale it all out, let it all go. And with every inhale and exhale, allowing your body to begin to settle. Letting your mind begin to calm. And taking this opportunity this morning to check in with yourself and notice how you're feeling. Notice how your body's feeling. Taking a few moments to scan from the top of your head to the soles of your feet. And notice if there's any areas that you might be holding a little tension. Breathing into those areas. Letting your breath bring ease. Letting your body settle a little bit more. Breathing into any areas that might be a little bit tight or a little bit stiff. Any areas that might be a little bit sore or tender. And letting your breath bring softness and ease to those areas. Letting your body find a little bit more rest. Taking note of any thoughts that might be rising up. Gently acknowledging them. Letting them continue to pass by. Drawing your attention back to your breath. Back to your inhales and your exhales. And take a few moments this morning to set an intention for your practice. Something you wish to receive from your class. On the next inhale, slowly begin to wiggle your fingers. And gently move your toes. Slowly drawing your knees into your chest, giving them a nice big squeeze. Gently rocking a little bit of side to side. A little bit of forward and backwards. Circling your knees in one direction. Circle your knees in the opposite direction. And open your arms up into a T and let your knees gently fall to your right side, coming into a twist. Keeping your left shoulder blade pressed into your mat. Allowing your body to settle into the twist. Breathing into any areas where you might be holding a little bit of sensation. And letting your breath bring softness to those areas. On the next inhale, slowly draw your knees back up to center. As you let your knees gently fall to your left side, keeping your right shoulder blade pressed into the mat. Breathing into any areas where you might be holding a little bit of sensation. And letting your breath bring ease to those areas. On the next inhale, slowly draw your knees back up to center. As we open up to happy baby, grab the outside of our feet, open our knees nice and wide, gently rocking a little bit of forward and backwards, a little bit of side to side. Drawing our knees back into our chest and letting them sway from the right to the left. Gently letting your knees fall to your left side or to your right side, coming into fetal position. And we'll just take a deep breath in here and a deep breath out. And on the next inhale, slowly begin to press your way up as we make our way to tabletop position. So stacking our hands underneath our shoulders and our knees underneath our hips. On our inhale, drop our belly, pull our chin forward. Exhale, press into the palms of your hands, round your spine. Inhale, drop your belly, pull your chin forward. Exhale, press into the palms of your hands, round your spine. On the next inhale, can you open up your shoulders a little bit more? Exhale, press into the palms of your hands, round your spine, tucking your chin in a little deeper. Inhale, maybe you draw your eyes up a little bit higher. Exhale, press into the palms of your hands, round your spine, tucking your tailbone in a little bit deeper. Last one, inhale, open up your shoulders a little bit more. Exhale, press into the palms of your hands, round your spine, tucking your tailbone and chin in just a little bit deeper. Then coming back to neutral spine and planting your left hand into the mat and your right knee. We'll reach our right hand forward and our left foot back. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, draw your elbow to your knee. Then inhale, reach. Exhale, elbow to knee. 3 more in. Exhale, elbow to knee. 2 more, inhale. Exhale, elbow to knee. Last one, hold and from that inhale. Can you reach your hand a little bit further forward, that foot a little bit further back? Exhale, draw your elbow to your knee, very nice. Coming back to neutral spine, switching side, left hand forward, right foot back. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, draw your elbow to your knee. Inhale, reach. Exhale, elbow to knee. 3 more, inhale, reach. Exhale, elbow to knee. 2 more, inhale, reach. Exhale, elbow to knee. Last one, hold and reach on that inhale. Find a little bit more length. Exhale, draw your elbow to your knee, very nice. Coming back to neutral spine. Planting our hands, curling our toes. We'll send our hips up in our first downward facing dog. So press our knees up and then our hips back. And take a few moments here to pedal out the feet. So bend one knee, straighten the other. Repeat that on the other side. Maybe gently moving your hips side to side. Where eventually we find stillness in this posture for 3 full breaths. So pressing into the palms of the hands, trying to lengthen your spine. Exhale, can you draw your heels a little bit closer to your mat? On the next inhale, maybe you draw your eyes up to your navel. Exhale, hold here. Take 1 more breath in. 1 more breath out. On the next inhale, press into plank pose. And then exhale, slowly lower all the way down onto your As you release your toes, keeping your hands, your shoulders will move into big cobra. So inhale, drop your chest. Exhale, slowly lower down. Inhale, can you draw up a little bit higher? Exhale, slowly lower down. 3 more, inhale. Exhale, slowly lower down. Keep your elbows nice and close to your ribs. 2 more, inhale. Exhale, slowly lower down. Last one, let's hold it at the top. Inhale. We'll exhale at the top. Inhale, can you drop a little bit higher? Exhale, slowly lower all the way down. Very nice. Curling your toes back under. Inhale to plank. Exhale, press back to your downward facing dog. And take a couple breaths here. Pedal out your feet. Move your hips side to side. Eventually finding stillness for one full breath in. One full breath out. Step, hop, or walk to the front of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift, nice flat back. Exhale, fold, release. Inhale, circle your hands up to the sky. Exhale, draw your hands to heart center. Take a deep breath in. And a deep breath out, let it all go. Inhale, circle your hands up to the sky. Exhale, forward fold all the way down. Inhale, halfway lift, nice flat back. Exhale, plant your hands, step back to plank. Move through our chaturanga, lower down. Inhale, cobra or upward facing dog. Exhale, press back to your downward facing dog. And take a couple breaths here, pedal out your feet. Move your hips side to side. Eventually finding stillness for one full breath in. One full breath out. Step, hop, or walk to the front of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold, release. Inhale, circle your hands up to the sky. Interlace your third, fourth, and fifth fingers. Send your hips to the left, arms to the right on your exhale. Inhale, back to center. Exhale to the other side. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, cactus your arms, open up your chest. Inhale, both hands up to the sky. Exhale, forward fold all the way down. Inhale, halfway lift, nice flat back. Exhale, plant your hands, step back to plank. Move through our chaturanga, lower down. Inhale, cobra or upward facing dog. Exhale, press back to your downward facing dog. Take one full breath in. One full breath out. Step, hop, or walk to the front of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold, release. Inhale, circle our hands up to the sky. And on our exhale, let's dive all the way back down. Inhale, halfway lift, nice flat back. Exhale, plant your hands, step back to plank. Move through our chaturanga, lower down. Inhale, cobra or upward facing dog. Exhale, press back to your downward facing dog. Take one full breath in. One full breath out. On the next inhale, float your right leg high to the sky. And on your exhale, step your right foot through your hands. Staying on your back left toes. Inhale to crescent pose. Exhale, let your body settle. Very nice. On the next inhale, reach your hands up. Then exhale, draw your left arm forward, right arm back, coming into a twist. Inhale, circle both hands up to the sky. Exhale, draw your right arm forward, left arm back. Inhale, circle both hands up to the sky. Exhale, cactus your arms, open up your chest. Inhale, both hands up to the sky as you circle them all the way to your back leg. Inhale, both hands up to the sky. Exhale, draw your left arm forward, right arm back. One more time. Inhale, circle both hands up to the sky. Exhale, draw your right arm forward, left arm back. Inhale, circle both hands up to the sky. Exhale, cactus your arms, open up your chest. Inhale, both hands up to the sky as you circle them all the way to your back leg. Inhale, both hands up to the sky, fill up your lungs. Exhale, hands to your mat. Step back to plank. Move through our chaturanga, lower down. Inhale, cobra or upward facing dog. Exhale, press back to your downward facing dog. And take a couple breaths, pedal out your feet. Move your hips side to side. Eventually finding stillness for one full breath in. One full breath out. On the next inhale, float your left leg high to the sky. And on your exhale, step your left foot through your hands. Staying on your back leg toes. Inhale to crescent pose. Exhale, let your body settle. On the next inhale, reach your hands up. Then on the exhale, draw your right arm forward, left arm back, coming into a twist. Inhale, circle both hands up to the sky. Exhale, draw your left arm forward, right arm back. Inhale, circle both hands up to the sky. Exhale, cactus your arms, open up your chest. Inhale, both hands up to the sky as you circle them all the way to your back leg. Inhale, both hands up to the sky. Repeating that one more time. Right arm forward, left arm back on the exhale. Inhale, circle both hands up to the sky. Exhale, draw your left arm forward, right arm back. Inhale, circle both hands up to the sky. Exhale, cactus your arms, open up your chest. Inhale, both hands up to the sky as you circle them all the way to your back leg. Inhale, both hands up to the sky. Exhale, hands to your mat. Step back to plank, move through our chaturanga, lower down. Inhale, cobra or upward facing dog. Exhale, press back to your downward facing dog. And take a couple breaths here, pedal out your feet. Move your hips side to side. Eventually finding stillness for one full breath in. One full breath out. Step, hop, or walk to the front of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold, release. Bend your knees, sink your hips, come into chair pose. Exhale, can you sink a little bit deeper? Take one more breath in. One more breath out, sinking a little deeper. On the next inhale, release. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, nice flat back. Exhale, plant your hands, step back to plank. Move through our chaturanga, lower down. Inhale, cobra or upward facing dog. Exhale, press back to your downward facing dog. Take one full breath in. One full breath out. On the next inhale, float your right leg high to the sky. And on your exhale, step your right foot through your hands. Release your back left heel. Inhale to your warrior one. Exhale, let your body settle. On the next inhale, draw your left hip forward as you draw that right hip back. Exhale, can you sink a little bit deeper into your right knee? Very nice. Take one more breath in, reaching your hands up. Exhale, can you sink a little bit deeper into your right knee? Very nice. Inhale, reach your hands up. Exhale, open up to your warrior two, right arm forward, left arm back. And maybe you walk your right heel in a little bit to match the instep of your left foot. On the next inhale, draw the shoulders back and down. Exhale, can you sink a little bit deeper into your right knee? On the next inhale, coming into a reverse warrior. So left hand, left thigh, right arm draws up and back. And the option to take your left hand behind your spine if that feels a little bit more comfortable. Two more breaths here. Inhale, can you reach your right hand back a little bit further? Exhale, sink a little bit deeper into your right knee. Try not to collapse those ribs, but really reaching and stretching. Exhale, hold here. On the next inhale, coming into our extended side angle. So right elbow, right knee, left arm circles forward. So your option to keep that right arm on that right knee, or maybe reach your right arm down. Can you reach your fingertips a little bit further away? Exhale, hold here. Take one more breath in. One more breath out. Very nice. On the next inhale, come back to our reverse warrior. So left hand, left thigh, right arm draws up and back. And on the exhale, begin to straighten your right knee. So reverse triangle. On the next inhale, can you reach your right hand back a little bit further? Exhale, hold here. Take one more breath in. One more breath out. On the next inhale, begin to reach your right hand forward. Exhale, right arm draws down, left arm draws up, triangle pose. So your hand could rest on your shin, your fingertips could rest on the mat. But on your next inhale, can you reach your left hand up a little bit higher? Exhale, hold here. On the next inhale, maybe you draw your eyes up to your fingertips. Exhale, hold here. On the next inhale, reach your right hand up. Exhale, bend your right knee, warrior two. Inhale, come into your reverse warrior, fill up your lungs. Exhale, hands to your mat. Step back to plank. Move through our chaturanga, lower down. Inhale, cobra or upward facing dog. Exhale, press back to your downward facing dog. And take a couple breaths here, pedal out your feet. Move your hips side to side. Eventually finding stillness for one full breath in. One full breath out. On the next inhale, float your left leg high to the sky. And on your exhale, step your left foot through your hands. Release your back right heel. Inhale to your warrior one. Exhale, let your body settle. On the next inhale, can you draw your right hip forward as you draw that left hip back? Exhale, maybe you sink a little bit deeper into your left knee. On the next inhale, can you reach your fingertips up a little bit further? And on the exhale, bend a little bit more into your left knee. Very nice. Inhale, reach your hands up. Exhale, open up to warrior two. Left arm forward, right arm back. And maybe you walk your left heel in a little bit. On the next inhale, draw the shoulders back and down. Exhale, can you sink a little bit deeper into your left knee? On the next inhale, coming into our reverse warrior. So right hand, right thigh, left arm draws up and back. And the option to take your right hand behind your spine. On the next inhale, can you reach your left hand back a little bit further? Exhale, sink a little bit deeper into your left knee. Take one more breath in. One more breath out. On the next inhale, coming into our extended side angle. So left elbow, left knee, right arm circles forward. And so your option to stay here, or maybe you reach your left hand down. On the next inhale, can you reach your right fingertips a little bit further away? Exhale, pressing back on the outside edge of that right foot. Take one more breath in. One more breath out. On the next inhale, coming back to our reverse warrior. Right hand, right thigh, left arm draws up and back. Exhale, straighten your left leg, reverse triangle. On the next inhale, can you reach your left hand back a little bit further? Exhale, hold here. On the next inhale, begin to reach your left hand forward. Exhale, left arm draws down, right arm draws up, triangle pose. So you could have a slight bend in your left leg. Your left hand could rest on your shin. If you have a block, you can use a block. But on that next inhale, can you reach your right hand up a little bit higher? Exhale, hold here. On the next inhale, can you draw your eyes up to your fingertips? Exhale, hold here. On the next inhale, reach your left hand up. Exhale, bend your left knee, warrior two. Inhale, come into your reverse warrior, right hand, right thigh, left arm draws up and back. Exhale, hands to your mat. Step back to plank. Move through our chaturanga, lower down. Inhale, cobra or upward facing dog. Exhale, press back to your downward facing dog. And take a couple breaths here. Pedal out your feet. Move your hips side to side. Eventually finding stillness for one full breath in. One full breath out. Step, hop, or walk to the front of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold, release. Bend your knees, sink your hips, come into chair pose. As you draw your hands to heart center on your exhale. Inhale. Exhale, take your left elbow to your right knee, coming into your twist. Pressing the palms of your hands together. Exhale, can you twist to your right a little bit more? On the next inhale, come back to center. Exhale, take your right elbow to your left knee. Press the palms of your hands together. Exhale, can you twist to your left a little bit more? Very nice. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, forward fold all the way down. Inhale, halfway lift, nice flat back. Exhale, plant your hands, step back to plank. Move through our chaturanga, lower down. Inhale, cobra or upward facing dog. Exhale, press back to your downward facing dog. Take one full breath in, one full breath out. On the next inhale, float your right leg high to the sky. And on your exhale, step your right foot through your hands. Release your back left heel. Inhale to warrior one. Exhale, open up to warrior two. So we'll flow through the sequence that we held previously. So we'll flow through that just through for a breath. So inhale, come back to your reverse warrior. So left hand, left thigh, right arm draws up and back. Exhale, extended side angle, right elbow, right knee, left arm circles forward, or the right arm draws down. Inhale, come back to reverse warrior. Exhale, straighten your right leg, reverse triangle. Inhale, reach your right hand forward. Exhale, right arm draws down, left arm draws up, triangle pose. Inhale, reach your right hand up. Exhale, bend your right knee, warrior two. Let's repeat 2 more times. So inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, extended side angle, right arm down, left arm circles forward. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, straighten your right leg, reverse triangle. Inhale, reach your right hand forward. Exhale, right arm draws down, left arm draws up, triangle pose. Inhale, reach your right hand up. Exhale, bend your right knee, warrior two. Last time, inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, extended side angle, right arm down, left arm circles forward. Inhale, reverse warrior, left hand, left thigh, right arm draws up and back. Exhale, straighten your right leg, reverse triangle. Inhale, reach your right hand forward. Exhale, right arm draws down, left arm draws up, triangle pose. Inhale, reach your right hand up. Exhale, bend your right knee, warrior two. Inhale, reverse warrior, fill up your lungs. Exhale, hands to your mat. Step back to plank. Move through our chaturanga. Inhale, cobra or upward facing dog. Exhale, press back to your downward facing dog. And take one full breath in. One full breath out. Inhale, float your left leg high to the sky. And on your exhale, step your left foot through your hands. Release your back right heel. Inhale to warrior one. Exhale, open up to warrior two. Inhale, come into reverse warrior, right hand, right thigh, left arm draws up and back. Exhale, extended side angle, left arm down, right arm circles forward. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, straighten your left leg, reverse triangle. Inhale, reach your left hand forward. Exhale, left arm draws down, right arm draws up, triangle pose. Inhale, reach your left hand up. Exhale, bend your left knee, warrior two. 2 more times. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, extended side angle, left arm down, right arm circles forward. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, straighten your left leg, reverse triangle. Inhale, reach your left hand forward. Exhale, left arm draws down, right arm draws up, triangle pose. Inhale, reach your left hand up. Exhale, bend your left knee, warrior two. Inhale, reverse warrior, last time. Exhale, extended side angle, left arm down, right arm circles forward. Flow with your breath. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, straighten your left leg, reverse triangle. Inhale, reach your left hand forward. Exhale, left arm draws down, right arm draws up, triangle pose. Inhale, reach your left hand up. Exhale, bend your left knee, warrior two. Inhale, reverse warrior, fill up your lungs. Exhale, hands to your mat. Step back to plank. Move through our last chaturanga. Inhale, cobra or upward facing dog. Exhale, press back to your downward facing dog. And take a couple breaths here. Pedal out your feet. Move your hips side to side. Maybe you bend both knees. Then you reestablish your downward facing dog. Take one full breath in. One full breath out. Step, hop, or walk to the front of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold, release. Inhale, circle your hands up to the sky. Interlace your third, fourth, and fifth fingers. Send your hips to the left, arms to the right on your exhale. Inhale, back to center. Exhale to the other side. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, cactus your arms, open up your chest. Inhale, both hands up to the sky. Exhale, draw your hands to heart center. And with your eyes closed, take a deep breath in. Exhale out of the mouth, let it all go. Take another deep breath in through your nose. Exhale out of the mouth, let it all go. Flutter your eyes open, give that a little bit of a shake. Whew. Great job. So we're gonna come into one standing balance. We'll come into our tree pose. So our feet hip distance apart. Draw the shoulders back and down. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. So shifting your weight to your left foot, start to draw up the right. So toe maybe rests on the mat, maybe it comes up into the calf, or maybe it comes up all the way. And when you find that stability, draw your hands to heart center. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, allow your shoulders to soften. Find a focal point about 3 feet in front of you, something that you draw your gaze to. On the next inhale, begin to open your arms up into a V. Exhale, hold here. So on the next inhale, begin to sway the hands. So start to sway from right to left. Trying to keep your tree deeply rooted. Keep breathing. You just gently add some movement. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, draw your hands to heart center. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. On the next inhale, draw your right knee forward. And then exhale, slowly let it lower like a leaf. Whew. Give that a little bit of a shake. Very nice. So reestablishing your strong mountain pose. So feet hip distance apart. Draw the shoulders back and down. Take a deep breath in. And a deep breath out. Let it all go. Shifting your weight to your right foot. Start to draw up your left. And when you find your stability, draw your hands to heart center. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, allow your shoulders to soften. Take another deep breath in. And a deep breath out. On the next inhale, begin to open your arms up into a V. Exhale, hold here. On the next inhale, begin to slightly add some movement to the arms. Letting them sway from side to side. Trying to keep your stability. Keep your breath. Keep your focus. On the next inhale, draw your hands back up. Exhale, draw your hands to heart center. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. On the next inhale, draw your left knee forward and then slowly let it lower like a leaf. Very nice. Give that a little bit of a shake. And then coming back to the top of our mat, hands at heart center. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Let it all go. Inhale, circle your hands up to the sky. Fill up your lungs. Exhale, forward fold all the way down. Inhale, halfway lift, nice flat back. Exhale, plant your hands, step back to plank, and lower all the way down onto your stomach. Release your toes. We're gonna come into locust pose. So draw your hands to the back, your big toes together. You can either clasp your hands at the top of your glutes or just keep reaching your arms back. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Then on the next inhale, draw up your chest. And on the exhale, draw up your feet. On the next inhale, can you draw up a little bit higher? Exhale, draw your feet up a little bit higher. 2 more breaths. Inhale, can you draw up a little bit higher? Exhale, draw your feet up a little bit higher. Last one, inhale, draw up. Exhale, draw your feet up a little bit higher. Last breath and drop as high as you can. And then on the exhale, release all the way down. Releasing your hands and letting one cheek rest on your mat. Allow your shoulders to soften. Take 1 more breath in. 1 more breath out. Drawing your hands underneath your shoulders. Push up to your tabletop position. Open your knees as wide as your mat. Draw your big toes together and push back to your child's pose. Allow your hips to settle. Your shoulders to soften. Take a few more breaths here. Letting your shoulders soften a little bit more. Take 1 more breath in. 1 more breath out. On the next inhale, come back to your tabletop position. So drawing your hands underneath your shoulders and your knees underneath your hips. We're going to come back to plank pose so we can set up for side plank. So pressing into the hands as you step your feet back to your plank. Draw your big toes together. And then from here, begin to press into your right hand as you lower your heels to the right and reach your left hand up. So side plank option to drop your right knee down onto the mat. Or you could always float your left leg. Keep your breath. Keep your focus. Take 1 more breath in. 1 more breath out. Slowly come back to plank pose, so drawing your left hand onto the mat. And then begin to press into your left hand as you begin to rotate your heels to your left as you reach your right hand up. So your option here to release your left knee onto the mat. Or if you want to take it a little bit further, you can float your right leg. Keep pushing into your left hand. Take 1 more breath in. 1 more breath out. On the next inhale, come back to your plank pose. And then push back to your downward facing dog. Very nice. Take a couple breaths here. Pedal out your feet. Move your hips side to side. Take 1 full breath in. 1 full breath out. Release your knees down onto your mat. And coming into closed knee child's pose. So keep your knees closer together, release your toes, and then send your hips back. You can draw your elbows into your knees, or you could always circle your hands to your feet. Allow your shoulders to soften, tucking your chin into your chest. Take one more breath in. One more breath out. Slowly begin to roll all the way up. Whew. As you kick your feet to one side or another, coming into a seated position. And we all know what time it is. It's boat time. So have your feet on your mats. Draw the shoulders back and down. Put a giant smile on your face. And then on your next inhale, pick up your feet. And then pick up your hands. Take a deep breath in. And a deep breath out. Draw the shoulders back. Take another deep breath in. And another deep breath out. Take a deep breath in. And on the exhale, slowly begin to lower your heels down to your mat. Inhale, draw them back up. 2 more times. Exhale, lower. Inhale, draw them up. Exhale, slowly lower. Inhale, draw them up. Draw your hands together. Exhale to your right. Inhale back to center. Exhale to your left. Inhale back to center. Reach your hands up. Straighten your legs. Exhale, release. Grab your knees. Tuck your chin. Roll your spine. Take a deep breath in. And a deep breath out. Take one more inhale. One more exhale. Then drawing your hands behind your spine, windshield wiper your legs to the right. Come back to center. Let your knees fall to your left. One more time to the right. One more time to the left. With the soles of your feet onto your mat, lower all the way down onto your back. We're going to come into bridge pose. So draw your heels as close to your glutes as possible. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. On the next inhale, send your hips up high to the sky. And then from here, keep your hands pushed into the mat. You can gently roll your shoulders under to just get a little bit more height, but keep your hands actively pushing into the mat. Take another deep breath in, sending your hips up a little bit higher. Exhale, hold here. Then shifting your weight to your left foot. On the inhale, draw your right knee into your chest. And then exhale, straighten your right leg. Then inhale, draw your right knee back in. And then exhale, slowly lower your right foot down. Then on the next inhale, begin to draw your left knee into your chest. Exhale, straighten your left leg. Inhale, draw your left knee back in. Exhale, slowly lower down. One more time. Inhale, draw your right knee in. Exhale, straighten your right leg. Inhale, draw your right knee back in. Exhale, slowly lower down. Inhale, draw your left knee in. Exhale, straighten your left leg. Inhale, draw your left knee back in. Exhale, slowly lower it down. Inhale, draw your hips up as high as you can. Exhale, hold here. Take one more breath in, send the hips up as high as you can. And then on the exhale, begin to gently unroll your shoulders as you slowly lower all the way down. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Let it all go. Drawing your knees into your chest, give them a nice big squeeze. Gently rocking a little bit of side to side. A little bit of forward and backwards. Circling your knees in one direction. Circle your knees in the opposite direction. Lowering your feet down onto your mat. We're going to pick up your right foot and cross it over your left. And then from here, draw your left knee into your chest. And either you clasp your hamstring or your shin. But on the next inhale, can you draw your left knee in a little bit closer? Exhale, hold here. 2 more breaths. Inhale, can you draw your left knee in a little bit closer? Exhale, hold here. Inhale, can you draw your left knee in just a little bit closer? Exhale, hold here. On the next inhale, release your hands as you lower your left foot down, shifting your hips to the right side of your mat. Open your arms up into a T and let your right knee drop down to your left side, coming into a twist. Keeping both shoulder blades pressed into the mat. You could always keep your eyes looking up to the ceiling, or you could look over your right shoulder. Allow your body to settle into the twist with every exhale. Take one more breath in. One more breath out. On the next inhale, slowly draw your knees back up to center. As you release your right leg and square your hips. Pick up your left leg, cross it over your right. And then draw your right knee into your chest. And either you clasp your hamstring or your shin. On your next inhale, can you draw your right knee in a little bit closer? Exhale, hold here. Inhale, can you draw your right knee in a little bit closer? Exhale, hold here. Last one, can you draw your right knee in a little bit closer? Exhale, hold here. On the next inhale, release your hands as you lower your right foot down, shifting your hips to the left side of the mat. Open your arms up into a T and let your left knee drop down to your right. Keeping both shoulder blades pressed into your mat. Your eyes up to the ceiling, or maybe you look over your left shoulder. Letting your body settle into the twist with every exhale. Take one more breath in. One more breath out. On the next inhale, slowly draw your knees back up to center. As you release your left leg and square your hips. Draw your knees into your chest, giving them a nice big squeeze. Gently rocking a little bit of side to side. A little bit of forward and backwards. Circling your knees in one direction. Circle your knees in the opposite direction. Opening up to happy baby, grab the outside of your feet, open your knees nice and wide. Gently rocking a little bit forward and backwards. A little bit of side to side. Take a deep breath in. And exhale, open up to Shavasana, legs as wide as your mat. Palms to face up. Letting your body melt into the mat. Taking this opportunity to let go. letting your body find rest, letting your mind find peace. Taking a few moments to scan over your body and notice if there's any areas that you might be holding a little bit of tension. Breathing into those areas. Letting your breath dissolve any tension. Letting your body melt a little bit more into your mat. Taking note of any thoughts that might be rising up. Gently acknowledging them. Letting them continue to pass by. Drawing your attention back to your breath. Back to your inhales and your exhales. Letting your body find a little bit more rest. Your mind to find a little bit more peace. And if your mind wanders, gets distracted, which it might, just let that go. Coming back to your breath. On the next inhale, slowly begin to wiggle your fingers. Gently move your toes. Slowly waking up your body. Drawing your attention back to the room. On the next inhale, slowly reach your arms up and overhead. And grabbing one wrist and gently pulling it to one side of the room, feeling the stretch in your side body. Releasing that wrist, grab your other wrist and gently pull it to the opposite side. Feeling the stretch. Releasing that wrist, reach your hands to the very back of the room and your feet to the very front. On your next inhale, take a full body stretch, breathe in. Exhale, let it all go. On the next inhale, slowly draw your knees into your chest, giving them a nice big squeeze. Gently rocking a little bit of side to side, a little bit of forward and backwards. Circling your knees in one direction. Circle your knees in the opposite direction. Then let your knees sway from the right to the left, gently letting your knees fall to your right side or to your left side. Coming into fetal position, letting your head cradle into your arm, and offering breaths of gratitude. Grateful for your practice this morning. Grateful that you showed up on your mats. grateful to our bodies. Take a few moments to reflect on the intention you set at the beginning of practice. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. On the next inhale, slowly begin to press your way up to a seated position, taking your time to arrive, keeping your eyes closed, and drawing your hands to heart center when you arrive. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. On the next inhale, draw a gentle smile to your face. Exhale it all out. Take a few moments to thank your body for all the hard work it did today. I thank you, and I'm very humbled and blessed by your practice this morning. Thank you. Namaste. Woo! Great job, everybody.
Oh. That was great.
The flow is always fun.
Yes.
Fun.
That was great.
Maryland's FUN, that's what it is.
Oh, good. I'm glad. I was in the middle of what were we doing? We were in child's pose, and I was like, we're gonna do side plank today.
Yeah, we haven't done side plank in forever.
I know. And I was so excited for it, and my feet were so sweaty, I slipped and lost my plank. That was good.
Flow makes you sweat.
Yeah. That was good.
Well, that's why we do flow.
That's right.
That's why we have variety. That's why we do something different every day.
Yeah.
No,
I
that was
find variety is so key.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
For me, it is. Like, I remember, and I've said this 1,000 times, but I never get tired of saying it. But when we had all the different instructors with Marilyn, every instructor had a completely different flavor.
Mm-hmm.
Like Tish had exactly the same routine
Yep.
for the entire, 60 minutes, and you came in, you did the exact routine. You could actually memorize the entire routine. Angie, never anything twice ever.
All over the map.
Oh yeah, completely. Like, and who else did we have? We've had a bunch of different people, but it's so, and everyone is so interesting, and everyone's bedside manner is different. Like Mark, we get, we feel so comforted and because you're friendly, right? You're so friendly.
Yeah.
And then
You really do have a personal care approach. It's really striking. Yeah.
Oh, thank you.
So, and
Jillian was a fast flow. When I first took Jillian's class, I was just starting out, and her flow was so fast. I remember talking to her mom going, "Oh, forget this." I'm like, her mom didn't even want to take the class anymore.
Yeah, hers was closer to Pilates almost.
Yes.
Yeah, it was definitely a flow for sure. But I think like she was like when she first started, she's young and impressionable, right? And so Marilyn had influenced her to say, we want your flow to be a quick, a very fast flow. But at the end of the day, her attendance dropped off, and Mark's attendance went up. And it was like I'd go to Jillian's class, and it's like 2 people. I go to Mark's class, and I couldn't even find a spot to put my mat. And it's interesting, because people gravitate to the type of class that they want. And Mark hit the nail right on the head.
Yeah.
You've got a really good balance.
Yes.
Yeah.
And you read your audience well.
Yeah, and that's very difficult, especially now.
And he has that little smile when he says boat pose time. Brr.
I love that.
I know. And everybody struggles with it, but I'm like, if you just smile through it, it wouldn't be so difficult, right? But it's that focus. Like people are just like, I'm like, just relax.
Oh, Mark.
But just that, Mark, just you being able to recognize that, to observe everybody and their contortions in their faces, just that's very good.
That's the tough part. Like with our classes, like I have to reduce everyone to this little box at the bottom. So like poor Mark can't see.
No.
Or I know with some of the other platforms, Mark can actually have everyone on the screen and not see himself, but everyone sees Mark, so it's a different
So Mark,
balance.
you don't see Josh, us and Josh when you're doing
little teeny.
Really little.
Yeah, it would
Yeah.
be that size at the bottom, basically.
Yeah, like, you know, during the class, you see us at the bottom.
Yeah,
That's what Mark sees during the class.
but you can't have him see us bigger. Like right now, you and Mark are split, pretty good size. Wouldn't, and if
Yep.
there's only two groups, can you do that for Mark to see us?
I can, but it's going to affect the recording. The recording will be
Okay.
exactly the same way.
All right.
So, but since you guys are the only ones doing the recording, when you watch the recording, what's your preference? Like, let's say you're not there and you
We'd like to
missed
see
the class.
Mark's whole, yeah.
Okay, all right. So that's the thing. So it's a balance of how the recording is going to look, how the class is going to look. So maybe why don't we try this? If you're here, I'll do it this way.
Okay.
If you're not here and I'm recording it because you're not here, I'll record it full screen.
Oh, awesome. Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it does make sense.
Yeah, that's good.
To be
Okay.
frank, I think it has a lot to do with what stage we're at. Like when we first started yoga, I had to watch Mark all the time. I don't
Yeah.
have to watch Mark all the time now. I just need to listen to Mark unless we're doing a new move. Then I
Yeah.
want to see you to make sure I'm doing it correctly. But more and more and more, I'm noticing that I'm not looking at the screen at all. I actually have my little visual point, and that's what I'm looking at. So, but if it's new, then I need to kind of confirm. Like today, I got lost in the flow sequence. I don't know. And you know what? My objective for today was focus because I'm terribly distracted. Julia asked me for something before our class, and that's where my brain was going constantly. So it's no secret that I couldn't follow the flow. I like, what? Where's my arm going? I don't know.
So yeah, like I said, there's a bunch of different things that we can, and yeah, I just ask the questions because I know how to do so much stuff, but I can only do what I know you guys want to do.
Yeah,
Right,
Josh,
so if-
we appreciate everything you've done. I
For
mean,
sure.
No
honestly.
problem.
No, it's great. It's great. So
I
Mark,
like that it's free. Like, I like that the video thing is free. Like you don't have to pay for it. It's
Yeah.
like, to me, that's such a huge
It's a huge
thing.
feature.
Like to be able to see people's faces, to read the room, to read faces, to have that interaction in these trying times right now.
Yeah.
And it's free. You know, like I said, it's all free.
it's great.
So
Mark, are you still teaching? Skating going to stop again?
We are. We're back to 8 people on the ice and 2 coaches.
Okay.
So it's a schedule, which is okay. You know, we're still working, so that's what's nice. You know, it's like at least the coaches are still working. It's smaller hours, but you know, it's but the numbers in Ottawa don't look good. So
They're not
They're
good
not
here
great
either.
here
Mark.
either, Mark.
yeah, so we'll see. You know, we're thinking gray after Easter.
It is definitely the chatter. That much like when was it where we had was it? I can't even remember. It seems to link to all of our statutory holidays because people will gather, and then they need to stop that or somehow mitigate that. And was it at Christmas time when the kids didn't go back to school for a little while? I can't remember anymore.
Yeah.
But it seems to link with that.
Yeah,
The variants are certainly powerful, and they're affecting the different and the younger demographic now. So they've noticed that there are younger folk at the hospital, which is frightening as well.
yeah.
well, up till now they felt themselves invincible, so they don't take precautions in many cases.
Yeah.
You know, at the end of the day, that's what's going to kill us all.
Well, the one coach that got COVID at the club, she got the B1
Yeah,
whatever,
Sure.
like the UK one. And they said I think they said she has 3 weeks immunity, and then she can catch any other COVID, like any other strain. Like she's not immune to like the other variants, right? Like you're just immune to that variant, and she was only immune for 3 weeks on that one.
Isn't that wild?
Yeah.
Well, and that's the wonder of this virus, that it will continue to mutate because it wants to take over, and so it just keeps doing what it needs to do to take over the world.
Yeah.
It's just incredible, really.
But at least vaccines are starting to roll out a little bit more frequently now in, the area. So that's nice. And hopefully,
Hopefully by September.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
do we know what the efficacy of the vaccines is against the various strains? Like, is it 100% against the or 80% against the original and less against the others, or do we have that data?
I think there's some data. It's still being assessed, Josh. The Pfizer seems to be doing Madeira.
Madeira.
No,
Yeah, not Madeira.
yeah, you're saying Madeira wine.
I'm thinking where Josh and Julie go.
Yeah.
Um,
Anyway, the Pfizer appears to have more studies on its efficacy, but it was one of the first ones out. It varies between some 90% to some 70%, depending on the variant, and depending on the vaccine. There is some literature. You can do some research there, but ultimately, if it keeps mutating, we'll need to keep finding other vaccines to be able to counteract it.
we're going to be
Okay.
vaccinated every year.
So the existing vaccine then is actually has at least some efficacy against all
That's right.
strains.
That's
Oh, wow.
right.
You
Okay.
shouldn't die. That's the way
That's
they're
right.
talking.
It has
Okay,
some
so-
efficacy for sure. Yeah. I got my first shot, by the way, Pfizer shot. When was that?
Last week or 2 weeks.
I have no concept of time anymore. None. Get it done?
2 weeks ago.
Yeah. 2 weeks ago. And Julia ended up getting hers she's doing placement in physiotherapy clinics. And so she's gotten her first shot. George's dad gets his on
Tuesday.
Tuesday. So slowly but surely, folks around us, it's you and Stephen. Like, I just like for folks I'd like it to roll out faster than it is.
Patience is our key, I guess.
No, but at least we can just simply continue to isolate until then.
Honestly,
But even still, I don't see a huge change in my behavior once I'm vaccinated.
yeah.
I've grown used to this.
Unfortunately.
The washing, that's always been there, right? How many times have our doctors told us, wash your hands, stay away from people if you're unwell. It's just going to have to be the way.
Yeah, like I'm sure other diseases are way down.
The flu.
Who got the flu this year? Who
So
knows?
there is a cold going around. There's some kind of I don't know if it's a flu or whatever, but there is something going around now. It's hitting some people. And they're like, oh no, is it like, that's the debate. What is it? But it is something completely unrelated. And it appears to be hitting folks who's some people are just so tired, right? That somehow their guard is down, and that's what happens. But the masking and the washing of hands is truly the secret to even if you don't get the vaccine, that will continue to be the thing.
See them partying down in Florida, March break.
Crazy,
Yep.
Oh my goodness.
just crazy.
You've seen the memes, like they say, China got it under control in 3 months, which obviously is not necessarily true. Italy, and the guy standing up, like doing a TikTok thing, he goes China, Italy, and then goes down and does another country, and then he stands up, he turns on the lights, USA, and he's like, it's actually pretty funny. Have you seen that one or no?
No.
No, I haven't.
I will share it in the group because it's freaking hilarious.
Oh, so
Mark, will you be available Saturdays now for yoga? No.
Possibly. It all just depends because it's like the Hunger Games of who could register. So once registration opens up at like 9 o'clock on a Saturday, it's like,
love it.
like, how many sessions can we get? How many it's
Well, we're open for Saturday morning for sure.
I love Saturday mornings.
Yeah. So if it works, yeah, I'll let you know. Like it might be like a 1 week on, 1 week off or something.
Yeah.
I'll let you know. And
Yeah.
Perfect.
We'll figure that out. That's awesome. Great.
yeah.
Okay, so like here we've done, like here this class is a makeup class.
Uh-huh.
So when you say, do you prefer, are you saying to switch the Sunday to the Saturday, or are you
No.
saying to
I like
add an extra
Sunday
class?
night.
We like them
Okay,
both.
so basically then, are we going to 2 classes a week when available. Is that what I'm getting?
I'd like that.
Yeah, like if I
If,
can, well,
if Mark's available.
like I think next Saturday I don't have to coach, but don't quote me on that. But Sunday is Easter, right? So maybe we take next week off and then we go back to the following.
Okay.
Oh,
Okay,
that's
so we'll keep effectively 1 class a week
Yeah.
Yeah.
we'll-
for now.
And then we'll just jump in every once in a while if I have like a.
Okay.
Yeah, it's about the pivot, right? We'll
Yeah.
figure it out as.
Go with the flow, right? Mark?
Oh my
Flow.
gosh.
Oh,
Yeah, go with the flow. So many yoga jokes a little time.
Yeah, yeah.
yeah.
All right. So big plans for today?
No,
And-
just house cleaning.
2.
And shopping
Yeah.
Grocery shopping. Yeah.
with a mask. Yeah, yeah.
Mhm.
Follow the arrow.
Yeah.
It's those stupid arrows.
That is one thing I'm not going to miss. I am telling you, there's no joy in shopping whatsoever. Whoops, I don't know what road's supposed to go free. I forgot that thing.
People point. Look at the arrow.
Gosh, I know. And
Yeah.
people are just like sometimes just crazy, right? They're like, you can't go yet. I'm like, I like not me, because I'm always like in the morning, but you can see like people's like tempers, like they're like, get out of my space.
The other thing too, like the thing is we have to get food, and the food is the one recurring exposure.
Yeah.
You got to go get food. You're
Yeah.
going to be exposed to people you don't know, and there's just a limit to how much food you can get delivered to your house.
Yeah. One of the highest risk activities, if not the highest, is the dining, the whole dining portion, because you take your mask off, you spend more time, you're all
Oh
exposed.
yeah, yeah. Like you go to like I picked up food. We picked up like we normally not dine out. Sorry, we get takeout once a week, usually on Fridays. And so this week was our anniversary, so we got takeout for our anniversary.
Anniversary.
And thank you. And so we said, well, let's have something different. Right. So, okay, well, where are we going to go? Well, if we're going to have something different, we can't go to the place we usually do. So I ended up, I tried a bunch of different spots to try to find out what, did they have what we're looking for at a reasonable price, blah, 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 blah. And we ended up settling on Grumpy's. But so I went to Grumpy's, and other than it just not being packed, it was, and the server wearing a mask, it was basically just the way that it was before. It just wasn't as packed. Now there was one double table that had a divider in the middle of it, like a glass divider,
Oh yeah.
so that you end up, if you go there and you're at a table of 8, then they break you into 2 parties of 4, essentially by having a clear glass divider between, in the middle of the table, so that theoretically you can go and have supper with another family without exposing yourself to them because you're on different sides of the glass. I'd never seen that before. Like they had actually taken a dining room table and put glass down the middle.
Well, that's a good idea. I guess you get the people in there.
Well,
still.
in waiting rooms, we're looking at these now because we have clinics at some of our centers. And so you have a chair and you've got dividers, clear dividers on each side of the chair, so that when you sit, you're kind of in a booth and you've got the 2 dividers on. We're looking at potentially getting some. Our vehicles, the vehicles that we own, we have plexiglass now, much like the taxi drivers used to have, but now there are plexiglasses around the
So
driver.
the driver is safe. Wow. Fun world, eh?
Yeah. Well, like I said, it's little things. Like I said, I haven't gotten a cold. I can't remember the last time don't have a cold. And I've said this before, maybe not to you guys, but it's made me pause and think, what would I give up to never catch a cold again?
Yeah.
What would I give up
That's
to
the
not
question.
catch the flu?
Yeah.
What would I
Well-
give up to not catch COVID?
For me,
There-
the biggest lesson is if you are because of the screen, the COVID screen that you have to do all the time, right? Have that questionnaire should be etched in our brains, because if you wake up in the morning and you have any of those symptoms, really think about it. Don't go and expose anybody else. Why would you do that? But we used to do it all the time. In fact, it's part of our culture. You fight through it and you go to work.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And that's the thing too, like it's so easy, like you can get screeners that you can check, you can easily check your temperature. Like I got one, actually, they gave it to me free for writing a review and I got to install it and write the review. But you can put it at work. You just walk
Yeah.
up to it, it takes your temperature, gives you a
Yeah.
readout, gives you a green or red. And it's like a fever. A fever is your body telling you something.
Yes, exactly. And we don't tend to listen. We don't tend to
No, 'cause
adhere.
and that's the thing, like, well, I'm going to go to work sick. You don't need to go to work sick. You can work from home.
Mhm. Well, that's the beauty, Josh.
Some.
So many folks, like I remember in our workplace that a lot of time it was frowned upon if you worked from home because were you really working? The beauty of the pandemic is that it's really demonstrated it can be done and it can be done very, very well. So that's a good thing.
Yeah, like I work a lot more hours working from home, but I prefer it because the only thing working long hours at home is working long hours at work.
Yeah. Yeah. That is the negative though. People have worked extremely long hours and the work-life balance has been affected, but
Yeah.
In the end, I guess we'll have to figure that out moving forward.
Like I tell my guys, go home. When you're at home, you need to take a break. You need to go for a run. You need to go for a swim. You need to have a bite to eat. You need to have a drink. You just do it because if you're at work, what's the chances that you're going to pick up and go for a walk?
Yeah.
Nil. If you're at home, what's the chances that you're going to pick up and go for a walk when the sun is shining?
Yeah, you can.
You can do it. Every day, like we've been working from home every day for 56 or 58 days now. January 28th, I've been outside, I've walked or I've ran every day.
Yeah, it's good.
Since January 28th, I think, or so, January 27th. Now, part of it is I have this little app where you get streaks for walking every day or doing something every day. And they give you little rewards. Like they used to actually give you scene points. But it's amazing what we'll do for, 5 scene points or something like that. It's like it's funny, like people are so paranoid about their privacy, but give them 50 cents and they'll answer a survey. And they'll tell you their entire lives, but it's
Human nature, right?
yeah, human nature. You give them something, they'll do anything.
Cool.
But you want it for free? Oh no, I'm not giving you that.
It's cool.
Yeah.
All
Anyway, I
right.
sent that video to your to the little chat. Did you
Okay,
want to look
thanks,
at it?
Josh.
Let's take a look at it. You guys have a great day, eh?
Yeah, you too.
Yeah, you too.
See you tomorrow.
See you
Yeah.
tomorrow night. Thanks,
All
guys.
right.
Bye.
Okay, bye.
Bye.
That's fun.